If you're new to the channel, stop what you're doing right now and smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment telling me where you're watching from, because what just happened in women's college basketball is historic, emotional, and straight out of a movie. We're talking about a milestone win, a triple-double that shook the SEC, and a proud father who couldn't hold back after watching his daughter etch her name into South Carolina history. This is the story of Chloe Kitts, her unforgettable night, and the reaction from her dad after the South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball delivered a statement victory over the Ole Miss Rebels women's basketball. The atmosphere inside Colonial Life Arena was electric long before the opening tip. The Gamecocks were chasing something bigger than just another conference win. This wasn't just about standings in the Southeastern Conference. This was about legacy. This was about continuing a dynasty built under the fierce leadership of Dawn Staley. And when the lights came on, Chloe Kitts was ready. From the first possession, you could see it in her eyes. Locked in. Calm. Confident. Ole Miss tried to pressure the ball, tried to disrupt the rhythm, but Kitts played like someone who understood the moment. She wasn't forcing shots. She wasn't hunting stats. She was orchestrating. Every pass was sharp. Every rebound was fought for. Every cut was timed perfectly. It wasn't loud dominance. It was controlled mastery. By halftime, whispers started spreading through the arena. She's close. Look at the stat sheet. Points climbing. Rebounds stacking. Assists quietly piling up. And then it happened. Midway through the fourth quarter, Chloe Kitts secured her 10th assist. A triple-double. Points. Rebounds. Assists. The rarest of stat lines in college basketball, and one that would go down in South Carolina program history. The crowd erupted. Teammates swarmed her. But Kitts? She barely reacted. Just a small nod. Back on defense. Because the job wasn't done. That's the culture Dawn Staley built. No celebration until the final horn. When that horn finally sounded, the scoreboard told the story, South Carolina victorious. Another milestone secured. But this one felt different. This one had emotion woven into it. Because somewhere in those stands was a father watching his daughter live out a dream. After the game, cameras caught up with Chloe Kitts' dad. His voice cracked before he even finished his first sentence. He talked about the early mornings. The travel tournaments. The sacrifices. The times Chloe doubted herself. The times people underestimated her. He said he wasn't surprised by the performance, but he was overwhelmed by the moment. He spoke about her work ethic. How she stayed in the gym long after practices ended. How she studied film. How she refused to let one bad game define her. He said what made him proud wasn't the triple-double. It was her composure. Her leadership. The way she lifted her teammates. And that's what makes this story powerful. Because Chloe Kitts didn't arrive at South Carolina with the loudest hype. She wasn't always the headline name in recruiting rankings. But under Dawn Staley's system, she developed. She embraced defense. She embraced physicality. She embraced the grind of SEC basketball. Against Ole Miss, that growth was on full display. When the Rebels tried to speed the tempo, Kitts slowed it down. When they clogged the paint, she found shooters on the perimeter. When shots weren't falling, she attacked the boards. It was a complete performance. Her father talked about faith. About trusting the process. About believing that if you do the right things long enough, moments like this will come. He said watching his daughter celebrate with her teammates meant more than any stat line. This wasn't just an individual milestone. It was a team statement. South Carolina showed once again why they are a powerhouse. Depth. Discipline. Defensive intensity. And players who understand how to rise in big moments. Dawn Staley, in her post-game comments, praised Kitts for her unselfishness. She said the triple-double was a reflection of basketball IQ and maturity. She emphasized that Kitts didn't chase numbers, the numbers found her because she played the right way. That's what separates good players from great ones. In the locker room, teammates reportedly showered her with water bottles and chants. But when asked about the milestone, Kitts redirected praise. She credited her guards for hitting shots. She credited her posts for sealing defenders. She credited her coaches for preparation. Her dad said that humility is who she's always been. He remembered youth games where she would pass up open shots to get teammates involved. He remembered long car rides home breaking down mistakes instead of celebrating wins. He admitted there were tough stretches. Injuries. Slumps. Online criticism. But he said Chloe never wavered. She leaned into the work. The Ole Miss game will be remembered statistically. But emotionally, it symbolized something bigger. It symbolized growth. Resilience. Validation. And for South Carolina, it reinforced their identity. Every season brings new faces. New challenges. But the standard remains. Compete. Defend. Execute. As the SEC race tightens and postseason looms, performances like this matter. Not just for rankings. For belief. For chemistry. For momentum. Chloe Kitt's triple-double wasn't just history, it was timing. A reminder that when the stakes rise, South Carolina rises with them. Her father ended his reaction with a simple message: I'm proud of the woman she's becoming. Not just the athlete. The woman. That line hit hard. Because championships fade. Records get broken. But character lasts. And in that arena, in that moment, you could see it. A daughter fulfilling potential. A father witnessing reward. A program adding another chapter to its dynasty. So what do you think? Was this the defining moment of Chloe Kitt's season? Is South Carolina gearing up for another deep postseason run? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. If you felt the energy of that milestone win, if you believe this Gamecocks squad is built for greatness, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with every college basketball fan you know. Because history was made. A father spoke from the heart. And South Carolina reminded the nation why they set the standard. And trust me, this story is far from over.